Scribbity-bow, people, scabo, doop. Welcome to CO Interviews, week whatever this is. I don't even care anymore. Featuring Osis, the boy wonder.
Hey, what's up?
So, Osis, famed offlane player. Why don't we start by telling us how you got started in Dota?
Alright. I think I started around, I think it was like late middle school, early high school. Some of my friends were playing it,
How
getting
many
into
how many years ago was that?
like four years, I think. So they were playing it and they just got me to play with them, and I really liked it.
Cool, good and simple. So,
Hmm.
you started in Dota 2, right?
Yeah.
And you're 16, 17, 17?
Do you know I'm 18?
18? Wow, big boy, big boy.
Is that how young I look? Is that the impression you got of me?
Well, I just forgot. Well,
Okay.
just cause like you and Chance and Paradise were like the kid stack.
Yeah.
So you're on the younger end of CO players, I guess. How do
Yeah.
you think that's like affected you? Like your team, Chance team, you guys are pretty young, right?
I guess like I kind of saw myself as like not being one of the young people anymore when I turned 18, but I guess I still kind of am. I think like when I was like 17 and stuff, it really gave me a big ego boost when everyone would call me like the kid wonder, and like it was just something for me to feel good about. I guess I can see that having teams with a lot of the young people tend to like you tend to like arguments start a little bit easier, stuff like that. So my team with Chance right now, it's not like the most emotionally stable team. We are having a lot of fun though.
Fun is always good.
Yeah.
And are you independent of your parents yet?
Nah. I still live in my mom's house. I'm probably going to for at least the first 2 years of college.
What do you what does she think of your Dota playing?
She's very accepting. She's always supported me. Uh, I'm like, whenever I like wanted, whenever I'm like playing a tournament game or something, I'll just tell her, and she's like, "Oh, cool."
Does it impact your schoolwork at all?
No, like I kind of put Dota second. Like
Good,
I'm in the mindset
good.
where like get all my work done, then play.
Yeah, school is important, as they say. Don't drop out of school. Get good grades.
Yep.
So your season has been kind of average-ish.
Yeah, yeah. We haven't done so well, especially not as well as people predicted we would do.
Why do you think that is? Or
Uh, do you want me to go over like the specific issues I think my team has, or?
you don't have to if you don't want to, but like, it, does it?
Okay.
I mean, like, you started out okay, right?
Yeah, we started out real strong actually. Our first couple scrims and like our week zero kind of stuff went really well, and we were just like rolling over people. And we just have been having issues because like well, one like I feel so much pressure, and uh I end up like kind of making like bad calls and bad plays because I feel like more pressure than usual. Then also like we just kind of lack direction in our gameplay and Jas, where we want to pick like a team fight lineup and go push right now and do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we have some stuff to work on. I think the new patch is gonna be like a new chance for us though.
New chance, huh?
Yeah, like
So,
a fresh start.
do you draft or is it chancer?
Yeah, it's chance drafting. I would only draft if I was captain. I don't particularly like drafting. I like backseat drafting though, where you just like let someone else do the picks and say what you think is good. I'm pretty good at that.
I believe you. So You're probably one of like the best offlaners in the league. Maybe it's like between you and Shea Doctor, probably, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Do you think it's like harder for you to carry your team from the offlane, or
Yeah, it definitely is. It's just like I it's definitely like the high MMR players that play 1 and 2 are at a direct advantage over the ones that play support or offlane. I'd say the ones that play support are, depending on what kind of supports you play, you're at the biggest disadvantage if you're a high MMR player. But like I'm just kind of in the mindset where I love playing offlane, so I'm not gonna switch just to win more.
yeah, that's good. And you grinded offlane to where you are now, right? 5, close to 6K.
Yeah, ever since like I think 4.5 or something, I've played solely offlane and ranked, unless my team needs me to fill a position. You know how ranked is.
Yeah, and offlaning ranked. That's. Do you think that's better? I mean, like, I think people think you get to play your role more because like you don't have people fighting over it.
Yeah, it. I mean, it's kind of depending on the meta. Like, if the metas has offlaners where you can just kind of like win your lane and like negate the enemy safe laner, then offlane is like the lane to play. But then also just like during any patch, you it's usually like a lane where no one insta locks it and says like I only play offlane. You have to go play something else. So I usually get my role in ranked. It has been like a while since I played ranked though. I kind of quit a couple months ago.
Do you remember where you calibrated at?
I calibrated at 2.7, I think.
Nice. That's a 3K MMR climb. That's impressive.
Yeah, yeah.
So speaking of the meta, how do you like this one? I know like we are almost getting a new patch, but what are your thoughts on how this past 5 months have been?
Well, this is kind of the meta where I quit playing ranked, so you can just kind of infer from that. Like, I don't know, like it's gotten really stale to the point where like people are just like scraping at the best heroes because like everyone knows by now. I really like it when there are constant patch changes, but I get why there can't always be constant patch changes. Uh, this meta specifically though has not agreed very well with me.
Yeah, I can see that. Although, I mean, I guess as an offlaner, I know Potato Farmer thinks that this patch sucks for safe laners.
Yeah, it's the popular offlaners right now are kind of a new breed of offlaner where you want like a ranged hero that can trade well with like any enemy hero. So stuff like Pugna has gotten really popular. Um, and like kind of all the like old initiating offlaners uh are now like 4 heroes basically, which has been like happening slowly for a while anyways.
Yeah. So you guys are up against Mango Girl this week.
Indeed.
Do you feel good about that? Do you feel good about your chances?
I mean, every week I feel like we should 2-0, and then like, I see the team we're playing and I feel like we should 2-0 or like 1-1 or something, and then we end up doing worse than I expect. Uh, Mango Girls team though is one we've played before, and I feel like they're especially weak compared to some of the teams we've played. So I feel like we should definitely 2-0 them.
They 2
But
0 they 2 0 crap somehow.
I mean, we never played crap. I'm just taking from the teams we played, and yeah, like I don't know, like the most important thing is that we start changing our style as a team to something that works for us. If that takes another like 0-2 week for us before we find what works, I think I'm alright with that.
Have you been scrimming a lot?
Yeah, we try to do a scrim every Wednesday. That's like our practice day. So we end up doing a decent amount of scrims. Uh, yeah.
It's good. Scrim every week. That's more than a lot of the teams that do, I think.
Yeah, a lot of our players are have high availabilities. I think that's part of what Chance was taking into account when he was picking people.
Mm-hmm. How do you like the other players on your team?
I'm liking everyone so far. It's it's a fun team to play with. I guess I have some issues when people like get scared of me and be quieter than they normally would.
Uh huh.
It's like it's probably something I need to work on, but like I just wish people would like not care about like what I'm gonna say and just like feel free to say whatever.
Yeah. You don't want people to be scared of you. I don't know. That's I don't know. Maybe it's something about your voice, which you can't change. Like it's fine.
Yeah, it's definitely a reoccurring thing on a lot of teams. Though. I think maybe it's just like the tone I take with people where I just try to be like this is just a theory. I just try to be like short on like what I think people are doing wrong and how I think they can fix it.
I think that's
Uh,
fine. I mean, I personally, I've never had a problem playing with you. I think,
wow, thank you.
but you went to TI7, made friends with Chance and Paradise. How were those?
Yeah,
How were those cats?
uh, TI7 was really fun and I I obviously already knew them pretty well, especially Paradise before. Uh, but like yeah, we all ended up going together. We got to know each other pretty well, especially towards the end.
Do you have any funny stories about them in your stay?
All right, yeah, I do have one good story. Uh, I think it was the last day, like after Liquid had won, and we all like you were there. We all went to that one restaurant,
Yeah.
and after that ended, and we started walking back. Both me and Paradise's phones were dead, so we had Chance be like kind of the guide for us because we all kind of like forgot the way we had walked there, and we didn't want to get like an Uber back because our like Airbnb was really close to the key arena. So we're walking back and we start going like a different way than the way we had came. And we asked Chance and he's like, nah, it's fine. And so then we start going through like the bad part of town and like there's like a ton of homeless people. And at one point there was some lady that was like whispering like religious stuff at us and like staring at us and and we asked Chance if he thought this was still right, and he's like, "Yeah, it's fine. Don't mind these people." And so then we had a long talk on the way home about like the dangers of the city and stuff. It was a
Wow.
good time, but it was a little bit scary.
Does that scare you from living in a city? Do you want to live in a city?
Uh, I mean, I where I live is kind of a city. Like I'm used to the whole thing. I don't typically walk around at like I think it was like 11 or 12 at night at that point.
Yeah.
In like in the bad parts of the city. So that was new.
Thanks, Chance.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I mean, I don't have anything else to ask really. I think that was pretty good.
I mean I could go over like my life or something before I came to Dota.
Life before Dota. Did you have one?
I'm like I basically I've played like a bunch of different sports. Like I played soccer in elementary school. I did swimming and tennis during middle school, so that was where most of my free time went before I like played video games a lot.
Have you?
Right now I just go to the gym a lot.
Do you know where you're going for college yet?
Yeah, right now I'm going to a community college, and I think I'll transfer to CSU, Colorado State University. Although that's not completely decided yet.
Do you know what major you want to do?
Uh, like I feel like I should have a better idea of it by now, but
It's
I'm still
fine.
kind of like floating between things.
Like I'm 21 and I'm not even sure if I really want to do what I'm doing.
All right, that's comforting.
I mean, people have like midlife crises. I think as long as you do something and then figure out if you like it or not later, you can always change
Mhm.
majors. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know, unless you're like in a poor financial situation, which I wouldn't think so if you play Dota.
Dota indicates you're in a good financial state. I guess. Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, if you have the time to dedicate to getting 6K playing in
Yeah.
these
True.
leagues.
True. True.
All right. So, do you have any call outs or shout outs you want to give?
Yes. Yes, I do. All right. I got. Let's see. I got my boy Jack, Jizzy Jack. I got my boy Paradise, my mom, my SEAL team, and all my supporters. Thank you for believing.
Wow, so wholesome.
Yeah.
Any call outs? Any flame? That's what the people really want, you know?
I don't. I mean, like, there's a lot of people I want to flame, but I'd rather not do it on like a recording. Recording.
All right.
I'll just leave it with the wholesome.
All right. All right. No, that's good. Nice boy, Osis.
Thanks for having me.
Oh wait, you're 18, right? Have you smoked?
Yeah.
What do you get to do at 18? Do you get to what else do you get to do?
I do some vaping. That's what people know me for. Vape Nation Osis.
Wow, thug life, something
Yeah.
like that. All right, well, that's all I have.
Yeah. Thanks again.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good night.
You too.